You see this scar right here? This scar has a story to tell, and you're watching Storytime Tuesday. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Welcome back to another edition of Storytime Tuesday. Now, today's Storytime Tuesday is the day I almost died. This story time starts with me when I was like 21 and 22 years old. I was driving a 1998 Acura Integra.
The Acura Integra.
And this was my first car. This car was old by the time I had it, so no one really cared about the car, but I love this car. If your car is a 2020 Mercedes or 2050 Chevy, you're still gonna love your car because it's your first car. Some people do. So let's get the story started. One day I was driving to my girlfriend's house, the girl I was dating at the time, and my wheel literally fell off my car. It really didn't fall off my car, but it separated from the axle. So let's say this is the axle, this is the wheel, this is the axle. The wheel literally went like this. That's it. It was still attached to my car, but the mechanic that so-called said he fixed it the day before never fixed it. I don't know what he did. He probably put a bolt on something. I don't know exactly what he did, but he did not fix it. And I was driving, then my wheel literally just went like this. I didn't know what was wrong. I thought my transmission or my engine fell from the bottom of my bay. I got out my car, I checked to see what it was, and it was the wheel. So God works in wonders because I literally broke down right in front of a mechanic. So, and mind you, this was during July and this was hot, but the time I broke down was 8 o'clock at night. The mechanic opened up at 8 o'clock in the morning. There were two options. One, walk home and leave my car there. Or two, sleep in my car. The option I chose was to sleep in my car because I did not want my car to get towed. If I left my car there and walked home, my car would have gotten towed. So I decided to stay with my car. I was on the phone with my mother. I told her what was happening. I was on the phone with the girl I was dating at the time. I told her what happened. So there was nothing no one can do. There was nothing I can do except wait it out until morning. So hours go by. You know, it's around like probably 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock. And I'm just bored, just sitting in my car, getting out of my car, sitting in my car. And somebody actually just came along and was like, oh, you know, my cousin can fix it for you if you just come to his house and convince him to pay whatever. Now, I had money on me, but I didn't have a lot of money on me because I literally just got my car fixed. So I probably had maybe $100 on me. So I didn't tell the guy that. I forgot how much he offered to fix my car, but I just declined every single time. But, you know, we were talking for about like 45 minutes to an hour. Then he just was like, well, if you're not going to come, you know, I even told myself, like, have your cousin come here. Check the car out. Why do I have to leave my car to go to his house? That did not make any sense. The guy left, and around like 4 o'clock in the morning, I got very tired. I decided to go to sleep. And since it was so hot, I didn't want to run the air conditioning. I left the passenger side window about this much, right? I left the driver's side window about this much, and something told me to lock the doors. I don't know why, but I was like, you know what, lock the doors. So I decided to lock the doors, and I fell asleep. I told myself I'm going to sleep for like 20 minutes. I probably fell asleep for an hour, I'm not sure. But when I fell asleep, right, I literally woke up with a knife on my neck. All right, the guy, he woke me up. I remember I woke up and I had a knife on my neck, and he was telling me to open the door. And the kicker is, the strange thing is, it's the same guy that was trying to convince me to leave my car. I could not believe it. I remember looking at this guy and asking him, why are you doing this? What's going on? Why are you doing this? I knew why they were doing this because I had two Macy's bags in the back. They were about this big, right? But they were filled with dirty clothes. I was bringing my clothes to the girl I was dating at the time to her house so I could wash them. But they didn't know that. They didn't ask me. The only thing they seen were the Macy's bags. They just wanted to rob me for my money and for the bags. And maybe whatever I had in my car, because that car was not going anywhere. So while he had the knife in my neck, he was trying to convince his friend to open the door. He was trying to get him to open the door. They were telling me, open the door, open the door. And I'm looking at his friend trying to pry the door open on the passenger side. And one thing that went through my mind, and this probably happened not even a couple seconds, but I feel like it was like 5-10 minutes when they had the knife in my neck. I thought about two options. Either sit here, open the door, and I'm going to die. They're going to stab me. Or I could fight back. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fight back. I don't want to die in this car. I definitely don't want to die today. So what I did is, I was looking at the guy that had the knife in my neck. He was watching his friend. He kept trying to tell him, open the door, trying to convince me to open the door. That split second, while he took his eyes off of me to look at his friend, I punched the guy in the chest. And he backed off a little bit, and I was trying to open the door, right? And the crazy thing is, I don't know why, I was trying to run in my car. My feet were actually going like this. I was trying to run in my car, and while I was trying to open the door, he was trying to stab me. This is where the scar came from, right here, right? He stabbed me, and the scar is actually a lot better now, but he stabbed me right here when I was trying to unlock the door. I remember I was trying to open the door. I'm frustrated at myself. I'm like, why isn't the door opening? Why? Then I'm like, the door is locked. The door is locked. So I'm struggling with him. I'm watching him trying to stab my hand to make sure I didn't open the door. Then I opened the door. I got so lucky. Thank God I was able to open the door. I was able to push him away. Once I opened the door, I pushed him away with the door. And once I did that, his friend came from the passenger side over to the driver's side where I was at, and they both had their knife trying to lunge at me. So I'm swinging in the air. I'm throwing like kicks like I know karate, and they probably thought I knew karate. And I went towards my trunk. Right, I tried to open my trunk to get whatever I had in my trunk. I know I had a tire iron. I had something in my trunk. I think I had something to change the tire, a jack. And the jack usually comes with a piece of bar this long or longer. I'm not sure. It's an old car, old jack, so maybe this bar this long. And I was trying to go get my trunk to open it. I remember I was struggling to open my trunk, and they kept lunging at me with their knives. So I was able to get that little bar from my trunk, and I'm swinging while they're lunging at me with their knives. And I bet you the whole ordeal probably happened with not even 60 seconds. It just went by so quick. But for me, I feel like it was like 5 minutes. So we're in the street. They're going like this with their knives. I'm like swinging away. And for some reason, I yelled out, I know karate. I don't know what convinced me to say it, but they ran as soon as I said that. And I said it loud. I just screamed at the top of my lungs, I know karate. They left. I could not believe it. I was actually in shock when they left. Even now, that happened probably like a long time ago. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say how long it was, but it happened so long ago. I'm still in shock that they left because of that. They probably left because of something else, but I'm assuming they left because I said I know karate. So once they left, I didn't even know he cut me, but I remember I was looking down. I'm like, why am I bleeding? That I saw my hand, and the gash was big. I mean, it was like open like this. It was open badly. It was to a point I actually needed stitches. So what I did is I got some of my dirty clothes I had in the Macy's bag. I wrapped my hand up and I waited until the morning. And when I woke up, I couldn't sleep anymore. I was like, I'm not gonna stay in my car. I literally walked around my car. I literally walked down the street to the end of the corner to see if I could see those guys, and I didn't see those guys. They could have came back with guns and shot me for what? For dirty clothes. So, to make a long story short, I waited till the morning and I was able to get the car fixed, and that was it. But that story and that memory will always live with me, because it's a scary situation to have a knife on your neck. Thank you for watching another edition of Storytime Tuesday.